If child brought here, temperature high, convulsion, okay, is weak, we can go directly to
How often do you receive children with malaria?
Children often, it depends on the number of children we shall be receiving, but 50% of the children that are brought into the world are present with malarial signs, including the highest, average that we receive normally is from 10 to 11, 15, ranging to 20 per day. In OPD, including simple and severe malaria. But in the world, the percentage is 50%.
And how many children die of malaria in the hospital? Maybe per month, how many children would die?
Malaria is a common condition in the southern Sudan, as I said before. The prevalence of malaria is high. Malaria has led into anemia, has led into complications like cerebral malaria, children went into convulsions. So prevalence is per day, if conditions are worse and it has gone higher. At times we get 5% of the children that die of complicated malaria. So prevalence is high, we get complications like severe anemia, repeated convulsions due to cerebral malaria. So those complications might lead into 5% death of children due to malaria.
How often do you see meningitis?
Meningitis is not common, but sporadically. At the moment, we are only receiving sporadic cases. We can be ruling them through clinical findings. We often receive them either a day, one, or after 2 days we can receive one that we can be assessing after 2 to 3 days. Clinically, we can be looking at as a meningitis case. And it's not just a common one, but comes as sporadic.
Where do you put those patients with meningitis? Where do you put them? Do you put them here as well?
No, at the moment we don't have an isolation room. We have one isolation room which is just
20 minutes. It should be right there, right?
It looks like you're in it. Do you want to try flushing it? Sometimes you don't see a flashback, but it's actually in the vein. You think you'll kind of blow out?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna.
Well, I mean, in preemies, yeah, that's the
Or
case.
pull back.
I guess this
Well,
kid
you don't
can
want to
act.
pull back.
Some kid looks very malnourished, hasn't been eating for the last, I guess, 9 to 10 days, and had diarrhea about 5 times a day for the last 10 to 11 days. And every time trying to feed, has been vomiting. So basically, the kid's in a starving state while having ongoing losses with the diarrhea. So, I mean,
Can you tell us about what you did with the IVs and the actual?
So
How you actually got fluids in there.
I'm with this kid is supposed to be 3 months old, but he actually looks like a newborn, weighing about 3 kilos just by estimation. So getting an IV in this child, in a severely dehydrated child like this, is very, very hard. Even though you can see the veins, they're very friable, and they move a lot, and the skin is very tough to get the IV in. So I mean, we tried over 6-7 times, and then finally I had to put an intraosseous needle in.
Can you explain what that is?
So intraosseous, it's a bigger needle that actually goes into the marrow of the bone. And in children, you're able to do that because it then just goes straight to the bloodstream.